I'm going to go back. I'm not going to digress, right? I'm going to go back on the stream because the stream yesterday was based on your aqidah, okay? And like I said, if you did you watch all the way to the end?
Yeah, I watched it.
Right. So at the end, what did I say? I said to all the Ahmadis, right? I said, do this exercise. Go to an imam in a mosque, right? And say to him, can you explain to me the aqidah of Isa alayhi salam, okay? And what you believe. And see whether he's going to say to you, oh no, it's okay. I'm just going to tell you that he's alive. That's not what a sheikh or an imam in a masjid is going to do to you. He's going to sit you down and say that Isa alayhi salam, what do you call it? This is the opinion of the scholars. This is the opinions of the Sahaba. That this is the ijma' that he was raised alive. That he is alive. This is the ijma' that he's. And these are the ahadith that he's going to descend. They're going to explain to you the details, right? But then I said, then go the same Ahmadi. So for example, yourself, then do that exercise. Then go to your murabbi and ask him, can you teach me the details of our aqidah from Mirza Ghulam? No. And you watch him. He's going to say to you, oh, you have to first establish that Isa alayhi salam has died. But your position is not a dhahiri position. Because if you were to argue, and I made this point yesterday, if you argue that Isa alayhi salam is only dead, we wouldn't have an issue with you. We wouldn't call you a kafir. Because it would be a literalist position, which doesn't take you out of the fold of Islam. But your aqidah is not that. Your aqidah is that Isa alayhi salam swooned. And in my debate with Razi, what did I say to him? Which he never addressed. When was the first time that the swoon theory appeared? It was by Gottlob, right? By Paulus, right? E.H.G. Paulus in 1828. A mere 60 or 70 years before Mirza Ghulam made the claim that he swooned. So the swoon theory wasn't revelation, it was existence. And what was the basis of the swoon theory? It was to provide a naturalistic explanation of the events that are told to us in the New Testament. It had nothing to do with Allah, because it came from an atheistic position. And what happened? Your prophet took an atheistic position and implemented it into your thing. Okay. And this is why you don't believe in miracles.
Now, what do we believe regarding Jesus when he was on the cross?
You believe he swooned. You believe he didn't die. He was put on the cross. He didn't die. He came off the cross, and then he was healed by an ointment. And the ointment was prepared by Joseph of Arimathea. And then he traveled to Kashmir, where he preached to a faction of Jews, and he lived there till the age of 120. And then he died there.
Okay, when Jesus was in Jerusalem, when he was in Israel, what was his purpose?
To preach to the children of Israel.
And how many disciples did he meet?
You believe he had 12.
So how many did he meet?
We don't know. The Muslims don't put a number on it. We just say al-Hawariyun, because al-Hawariyun are mentioned in the Quran, but the number is not.
Let's say he met 2 disciples, and there's 8 or...
what do you mean met 2 disciples? Your narrative is that he had 12.
So he met, so basically he gave his ministry to 2 disciples, and his task was to go to 8 or 12 different disciples, right? So his ministry, while he was in Jerusalem, why is it that he managed to only go to 2 tribes?
That's for you to evidence, it's not for us. It's your claim. Right, so you tell me.
They believe
and you tell me, no, so you tell me and you provide. The thing is, I'm trying to make this easy for you. So Jesus, I don't want to get involved in the details. Okay, so I just want to show you, right?
No, so let me explain that. So Jesus...
I want evidence.
I will give you evidence.
5.
Jesus, he was supposed to come to 8, or I think it was 12 or whatever number it was, I forgot. But the 12 tribes, because he did not meet the rest of the tribes, and he only met 2 in Jerusalem, that means...
That's because there was only 2 that existed.
If he did not meet the other tribes...
No. The thing is, when he was... لمن Isa alayhi salam bu'ith. Okay, look.
Jesus only met 2 tribes or 2 disciples...
When Isa alayhi salam was sent to the Bani Israel...
The 8 disciples that he did not meet...
No, first of all, it's not disciples. Okay, so you're already confusing stuff within the history. Okay? So Isa alayhi salam, when he was sent to Bani Israel, nowhere in either the Gospel accounts or the Old Testament or the Quran or the Mufassirin have ever stated that his mission was to all 12 tribes. No one says that, right? No one says that. Why? Because the history is clear that the 10 of the 12 tribes of Israel were lost to history. They were wiped off the face of the earth, right? And then you had the 2 sections. You had the tribe of Judah and the tribe of Israel, right? the remaining two tribes that existed, they were the ones that Isa alayhi salam was sent to, right? Because they were still Bani Israel. However, and out of the two tribes, 12, according to the gospel accounts, were his disciples. So you're referring to the 12 tribes and conflating it with the 12 disciples.
Disciples, yes, 12
right?
disciples, yes.
Now, see, the thing is, what you're confusing, and this is what Mirza Ghulam confused, it actually goes against you, because Mirza Ghulam it was explaining that each disciple was from a different tribe, one disciple from each of the tribes of Israel. But that is not historically accurate. So it is, and the thing is, subhanAllah, when Allah revealed, when Allah revealed chapter 4, verse 157, it aligned with history. The fact that he was not crucified nor killed. Rather, it was made to appear so. It aligns with history because the Israeliyat that the Muslims use.
Made to appear what?
Made to appear that he was crucified. And it aligns with his. He wasn't. It was made to appear so. So he was never on the cross. Okay.
He wasn't there.
So and it's historically accurate. Why? Because when the Muslims documented the Israeliyat, what did it say? It said that the likeness of Isa. So someone was put on the cross, but it wasn't him. So it was made to appear so. Right. This is the prominent theory.
Judah.
Yeah. Or that Judah was put on the cross. Still, any explanation that you see within the Israeliyat that comes from what we now call the Gnostic tradition is based on what the Quran says, that it appeared to be so. However, Mirza Ghulam, what he taught you contradicts history on an immense scale, because it is well known, well documented in history that the 10 tribes have been lost. So how can you have a disciple from each tribe? Doesn't make sense. So forget about the crucifixion, forget about being put on the cross. Before the cross ever happens, Mirza Ghulam gets it wrong. So the question to you is, that was your evidence. Your evidence is wrong according to history, according to Christian, doctrine, according to Christian history, according to Jewish history, according to the Quran, and according to the Mufassirin and what they have taken from the Israeliyat. It contradicts all the sources. So how can you say to me that Allah has given him this revelation, or that he is correct about this? You can't.
Okay, so why is it one of the hadiths that says to Jesus, "Oh Jesus, keep on moving from one land to another"?
And it's explained. Al-Rabwa is explained, being between the regions between Misr and Dimashq. Yeah, Al-Sham. Okay, so Al-Sham is referred to. Al-Rabwa is referring to Al-Sham. It does not refer to India.
No, it said to different lands.
Different lands. Look, Egypt is a different land to Palestine, and Palestine is a different land to Syria, right? But it is all within the region of Sham. So Al-Rabwa is referring to Al-Sham, those lands. So your claim that chapter 23 verse 50 is referring to India, and specifically Kashmir, obviously we know it wasn't called Kashmir at the time, but India,
Okay,
it's not within the scope of the tafsir.
Okay, so Jesus, when he left...
No, let's go look, line by line. You're going all over the place.
No,
Hold on, Muhammad. Look, listen to me. Let's go in a structured manner, okay? The first thing you mentioned to me was about the disciples of Isa alayhi salam, and that he was meant to preach to the 12 tribes of Israel. I've responded to that, and I've responded to it by appealing to history, Quran, tafsir, but the Bible, all the sources are available to us. So now, Mirza Ghulam has nothing that can substantiate that. So the next one, the one I want to put to you. No, go on.
Jesus was a Jewish man.
Yes.
When Jesus come back,
yes,
would he still be a Jewish man?
Of course.
So when he comes, you would have to accept that Jewish man as the Messiah.
Yes.
So you're Jewish.
He's a Muslim. He's a Muslim.
No, so your Messiah will be Jewish.
Alhamdulillah.
The second coming.
Alhamdulillah.
All
yes.
messenger of they were Muslims.
Yes.
All Muslims.
He's a Nabi.
He's a Nabi.
Why are you making it sound like being a Jew is so belittling? Being a Jew is not belittling. Most of the prophets were Jewish. All right, because they were the subhanallah.
So
the way you're saying it is almost derogatory, as if like, oh, you Muslims are going to follow a Jewish man. That's the way you're putting it.
Yeah.
We are honored to be led by a Jewish man. He is a prophet.
Even Mirza claimed to be Bani Israel. He himself claimed to be Bani Israel.
That is also true.
Yeah.
Habibi. Yeah. All right, I'm telling you, don't belittle the Anbiya like this. Yeah, Isa alayhi salam is a Jew, right? And he came from a lineage of Jews.
But he became
from a line of Jews, not a lineage of Jews, because he didn't have a father, but he came from a line of Jewish prophets, and we honor them and we praise them.
But
okay?
he was there to change
But
Judaism.
he was meant to guide them back to Tawheed, right? Because the Jews, they were leaving Tawheed. Huh?
No. The reason.
No, they were.
The major reason that Christ came is
It was-
to relieve them from the punishment that God had put them.
La.
No, that's very.
No,
obvious.
because
That's
it doesn't say. It doesn't. No, no, it doesn't say that in the Quran.
It does.
What, to liberate them from to liberate them from the
Why-
oppression of the
why-
the
no,
Romans?
why-
La.
No.
It's not what it says.
No, I'm
Habib.
talking about the punishment that they had. They
The exile.
They cannot eat.
Are you talking about the exile?
After the exile.
No, his mission was not to get them out of the exile.
That's one of the.
It wasn't one of his missions.
It's not the exile, Habibi. You're not
No.
understanding
No.
what I'm saying. Maybe I cannot explain it to you.
تتكلم عربي؟
الجود طبعا.
طيب اتكلم معي
حبيبي،
بالعربي.
اليهود
نعم.
كان عليهم عقوبات. العقوبات دي
أيوة
لما
نعم.
جه سيدنا عيسى
عيسى عليه السلام.
شال من عليهم العقوبات دي.
نعم.
بان هو خففها منهم.
لانه حرم.
وانت لازم تعرف ان انها كلها هيراركي. يعني انت عندك جودism came in a certain time for a certain belief
صح.
for a certain mindset.
ايوه صح.
Okay, people now a lot
Yeah.
smarter than 3,000 years ago.
طيب ما فهمتك.
So,
ما فهمت.
That's okay. And then
افتهم لي.
بعد كده جت المسيحية.
المسيحية المسيحية هذا بعد بعد وجود المسيح.
وبعدين بعد كده جه القرآن كله بيكمل
نعم.
بعضه، كله بيكمل بعضه على حسب المخ اللي يقدر
صح.
انت تستوعب
قدرة الشعب.
قدرة
الشعب. ايوه
فهي دي فهمته. فانت لما تيجي تقول ان جيسس هيرجع تاني جو doesn't matter جو
صح. بس هو الان he's the one that was
انت directed him to different completely different.
لا no, but I was like, because he wanted to ask me about Isa alayhi
What
salam.
is Muslim?
Muslim one who submits to Allah.
ها؟
One who submits to Allah. الذي يقول لا اله الا الله ويتبع الرسول.
بيتبع ايه؟
الرسول
No.
الذي يجي لهم.
لا يا حبيبي. ابراهيم كان مسلم، كان بيتبع الرسول.
لا
سليمان
على
كان مسلم
على
واتبع
العوام.
الرسول.
انا
المسلم
طبعا
هو الذي هو بيوحد الله.
ايوه الذي
هو ده
يوحد
المسلم.
الله. صح.
اوكي المؤمن هو اللي بيوحد الله ويعترف بمحمد رسول الله. ده الديفرنت ما بين
صح.
المسلم
هذا الان لا بس
والمؤمن.
شوف الانبياء كانوا كلهم كانوا مؤمنين.
لا كلهم كانوا مسلمين.
طيب خلينا احنا نتكلم بعدين ان شاء الله على هذا. طيب I'm going to come back to you. So like I said to you, look, we shouldn't belittle the prophets, okay? Because of their ethnicity. Yeah? Yes, we have issues with the Jewish people. We will always have issues with the Jewish people. But we commend and praise the prophets that came from them. Okay?
Believe all the prophets.
So again, let's go back to the thing. So the first point that Mirza Ghulam says can be demonstrably refuted. The second one is, and really the first one, the first step in terms of the narrative of death of Isa is the crucifixion. Was Isa alayhi salam put on the cross according to the Quran?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So,
Meaning that where it says that they did not kill him nor did they crucify him.
right. So no. Okay. So
Yes,
you
so
saw.
that means it's-
So the thing
he's
is,
on the cross
the thing
and he's
is,
not
I can't even claim for you ignorance on the matter because you watched the stream yesterday, and I'm not saying ignorance in a belittling way. I'm saying the lack of knowledge.
Remember, that's your understanding.
It's not my understanding that Razi had to retract. Right, Razi had to
The
retract.
thing is, you have to accept.
Okay, so
my
no,
understanding as well.
no, but your understanding is on the same as theirs.
I respect your understanding. You respect mine. That's it.
No, it's not about
respect
respect. It's not about
Maybe,
respect.
yeah.
Mohammed,
Why you
it's
tell
not
us that
about
kind of
respect.
thing?
It's about establishing the truth of the matter. All right? I can agree to disagree, but of course it matters because I want Islam for you. I want guidance for you.
Why
Right?
do you want it from the Christians? Why
I do.
you want it
I
from-
discuss with them.
Why do you want it for the Jewish? Why don't
I do.
why
I
you
discuss
want
with
it
them.
for yourself?
I discuss with it. I do want it for myself. Why do you think I study? Why do you think I'm always trying to increase my deen and practice more?
So then how
I
can
said
you
that
believe-
yesterday on the stream as well. That I ask guidance for them and for us
then
as
how
well.
can you believe that Jesus went up alive?
Because this is what is established.
And then how can you
Within,
believe?
okay, so I quoted a hadith yesterday, right? Of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. This is marfu' an nabi.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that there's Jewish man, right? There's Jewish. There's also Palestinian.
This
Yeah,
is what
so-
they told them.
No, no,
Yeah,
you're diverting. You're
Mirza told
diverting.
them that kind of thing.
Muhammad, look, you're not trying to understand. You're diverting completely.
world-
I'm speaking to you about your aqidah. Are you interested in your aqidah? Or yes or no?
Bro, yeah, of course, bro.
Well, then let's engage on your aqidah,
Yeah,
right?
that's what we're doing.
Right, so yeah, so don't tell me about Israel and Palestine and Jewish this and that, right? We're not talking about Jews now. We're talking about Mirza Ghulam, right? And his belief, right? The belief that he taught you that Isa alayhi salam was put on the cross. The word suliba means to be put on. So when it says وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ, it means he was not put on the cross. He was not put on the cross. And the source that Razi appealed to yesterday, he had to retract it because he realized.
What does it mean? Show me.
وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ. This is from the Arabic language.
What does it mean?
Suliba, all right, or salaba, it means the action, because it's a verb, right? This is fa'al. So it is the action of putting a person on the cross to die, right? There are two aspects to it.
So Jesus, what happened to Jesus?
He was raised up. So we have the authentic.
No, wait.
He wasn't put on the cross.
So Jesus.
All right, so do you know Surah Al-Ma'idah? Why is it called the Ma'idah?
Jesus, Isa ibn Maryam alayhi salam. Don't
Yeah,
say Jesus.
so Isa alayhi salam.
We don't believe
Isa
Jesus.
ibn Maryam.
No.
Where
Yeah,
was-
Isa
where
Alayhi
was
salam.
he?
Say alayhi salam.
Yeah, alayhi salam. So where was
Say
he?
Isa ibn Maryam alayhi
Where was he? He was
Where
already
was he when he was in prison?
in the second heaven.
No. When he was on this land,
Oh, he was in the house with the disciples.
in the house.
Yeah, he was in the house. So do you know why? Okay, so Surah Al-Ma'idah, Al-Ma'idah is referred to as the table, yeah? It's a table. The table is actually in reference to the Last Supper, right? Because if you read towards the end of Surah Al-Ma'idah, it refers to the miracle of Allah bringing down the food. And then the warning was given, if you disbelieve after this, Allah will punish you in a manner that He has never punished anyone before you, right? So this is referring to the Last Supper. Pay attention.
Jesus was
Pay
in his
attention.
house and then he was
We're not, I'm saying in a house, right? Because
In a house.
I don't know whose house it was.
So
But the Last Supper was held there, and we have the authentic narration of Ibn Abbas, which I quoted, right, where it says that that Isa alayhi salam,
was he risen like did he disappear or was he risen?
he was
up?
risen up
Yeah, but
through
like
the
how?
roof, through the roof.
Through the roof.
Yeah, through the roof. Okay, you can laugh at it, but this is from Ibn Abbas.
Yeah.
This is from Ibn Abbas, authentic to Ibn Abbas, the one that you appeal to.
You believe Mirza is a prophet,
Yeah.
so you don't believe that.
The thing is,
that
look,
Hazrat
Muhammad,
Isa alayhi salam gone to-
there's no need to smirk or anything. This is an authentic narration from Ibn Abbas, right? And which is found in Ibn Kathir, which is found in
don't believe
in the Sayyuti. No, but this is the thing.
Yeah.
And this is why we need you to understand. You don't argue with us on our usul. I don't want you to pretend that you argue with us on our usul. Your usul is that whatever Mirza Ghulam said goes.
Yeah.
That is your usul.
Because he's a prophet.
Ah, okay, but that's not how you argue with us, because if that was the case,
He's a
no,
Ahmadi.
okay, but then argue with me on that basis. Don't talk to me about Sahih Hadith, Mursal Hadith, weak Hadith, because that shouldn't matter to you.
Yeah.
Because whether it's Hadith or Mursal, whether it's Sahih or Mursal, if Mirza Ghulam agreed with it, it must be true, right? And this is what happens with your missionaries that come onto our streams. They try to argue with us as if, and this is where the deception is, as if they are arguing based on the usul of Ahlul Sunnah, which is not true. Which is why when they say inni mutawaffika mumituka, it's a mursal report. But why is it authentic to them? Because Mirza Ghulam said it's authentic, right?
Why was Mirza Ghulam
Okay,
says,
I know. I agree with you. That is your position. I agree with you that is your position. But I want you to understand that your missionaries don't behave like this. The people that you appeal to as authority don't argue in this way. They are deceptive by saying to us that we are arguing with you based on your usul. This is not the case, because when I presented the Mursal report of Al-Dhahhak, where he mentioned that mumituka is reference to the maut of Isa alayhi salam fi akhir al-zaman, in the end times. What did Razi say? What did your missionary say? No, this is a Mursal report. Yeah, I know it's a Mursal report, but it's an explanation of the Mursal report that you're quoting. No, but ours is authentic. And look at the hoops that they try to jump to try and prove it's Mursal when they can't.
So when is Jesus coming back?
في آخر الزمان.
So day of judgment.
No, في آخر الزمان. Not في يوم القيامة.
The
End times.
So it's today the end time.
We're living in this minor times, in the minor signs.
So it is the end of time.
Yeah, but he's one of the major signs.
So if this is the end of the times,
Yeah. Why is he not here? Because
Why is he not here?
because he's not part of them. He is in the 10 major signs. What we're living through is the minor signs. Right? When the major signs come, it will be like dominoes, happen one after the other.
what is the major sign?
So there are 10 major signs. Come on, Habibi, come on. Do you not know the Aqidah of Ahl
I
Sunnah?
want to know from you.
Okay.
What are they?
So you have the Dajjal, you have the Jassasa, you have the...
Okay, let's stop at Dajjal.
No, let's talk about your Aqidah. Look,
First, let's stop at Dajjal.
I-
Is the Dajjal here?
no, what, as in on the planet,
Yeah,
or
he's here.
yeah, he's here, he's on the
Mirza
planet.
Qadiani there.
The hadith of the hadith of Tamim ad-Dari,
What's number 2?
the hadith of Tamim ad-Dari,
If Dajjal is there,
yeah, he's chained up.
that means the Messiah should be here.
No,
Why not?
because the Messiah hasn't been the Dajjal hasn't been released.
No,
So the Messiah is meant to come when the Dajjal is.
if the Dajjal, one of the
What does
signs
that? No, what does
is
the
Dajjal
hadith
will be
say?
here.
What does the hadith say? Right? The hadith say that when the Dajjal is roaming the earth, the Messiah will descend.
Is the Dajjal roaming the earth?
No, he's chained up. Have you read the hadith
so
of
let me
Tamim
ask
ad-Dari?
you- let me ask
Have
you-
you read the hadith of Tamim
Yeah,
ad-Dari?
No, he's lying. He's
If
lying.
Dajjal-
Have you read it?
Yeah,
I'm asking
yeah,
you.
He's lying. He's lying.
I'm giving you.
No, I'm asking you a
he's
specific
just
question.
I'm giving you one hadith. I'm gonna
No,
give
no,
you-
I'm asking you about a specific, because you
What
asked about
hadith?
Dajjal.
What hadith?
Look, I'm allowing you to digress.
What
I'm,
hadith are you
look,
talking about?
and look, I want you. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna say something very clearly. I'm allowing you to digress from your aqidah, and what I'm telling you
Yeah,
now.
I'm Aqidah, you're
No,
listening.
no, you're not talking about your aqidah.
I am
Your
talking
aqidah. No, I'm talking about your aqidah on the death of Isa alayhi salam. The Dajjal doesn't come into that,
Yep.
so it is a digression.
No, because we already finished it.
No, we haven't finished it. You have the swoon theory, which you have to explain. You have to explain the healing, right? And you know what? I'm gonna forego 2 of the points from the last night's stream. I want you to prove the crucifixion and survival of the swooning of Isa alayhi salam on the cross. I want you to prove that he traveled to Kashmir, and I want you to prove that he died there at the age of 120. Those 3 points. I'm taking away 2 of the points from last night.
So,
Prove that.
Okay, so because we also accept Bible as truthful.
No problem.
Some of it. Some
No
of
problem.
It is truthful, okay.
No problem.
So in the Bible it says.
I know you believe in the whole passion
No,
narrative.
I'm going to give you 2
Bye,
verses
Billah.
from the Bible, okay?
Go on.
No, one verse is, it says, when Jesus, he went to Mary, and when he went to Mary, Mary used ornament
Use
to fix
Isa
his
ibn
wounds.
Maryam. Don't use Jesus.
So it says this in the Bible. So what
Don't
happened
use
was
Jesus.
when he came off the cross, the Bible is saying that Jesus went to Mary, his mother, and she used ornament to fix up his wounds.
Do you believe that this supports your
No,
idea?
I'm answering it.
No, okay, I know you are.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
Let me tell you another verse.
Okay, go
The
for it.
second verse, okay? Second verse is Jesus. He came to his disciples, and his disciples were sitting around a table
I agree,
while
yeah.
having a feast.
Yeah,
And they were shocked. They were surprised.
yes.
They said, "Are you a ghost?"
Yeah.
They said, but Jesus said, "No, I've had."
Yeah,
Yeah,
touch me,
yeah,
touch
yeah.
touch my
Yeah,
wounds.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
I know.
that's 2.
Okay.
Then your question is regarding how did Jesus get to Kashmir?
That's correct, yeah?
There is a hadith that says, yeah,
Mirza Qadiani.
Kanzul
He believed.
Umul,
Kunzul Umal.
yeah,
Yeah.
Kanzul Umar, yeah. It says, hadith, comprehensive hadith, containing this hadith in volume 2, page 34,
Is reading. Are you reading? I'm going to ask you.
from Abu Huraira.
Are you quoting from the
Hadith.
Ahmadi Answers
No,
website?
I'm giving you hadith.
I know, but are you quoting from Ahmadi Answers website?
No, I am quoting you from my
I-
research. So
Okay.
my research.
So if I look at your
wrote
phone,
it.
it's not.
It's
It's not.
me written.
You've
about
written
the
this down.
hadith,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Is it a Sahih hadith?
Yes. It says Abu Huraira relates. God revealed to Jesus, thus, O Jesus, keep on moving from one place to another.
Yes.
Go from one country
Yes.
to another.
Yes.
Lest those shows be recognized
Yeah.
and persecuted.
Yes.
So what does it mean?
It doesn't mean India. I've
Does
already
it not-
explained
no, no,
it
no,
to you.
But does it not mean that he went from one place to another? One
Yes,
country
and
to another?
and the
So
tafsir
that means
and the tafsir.
he
Okay.
did not only live in Israel. He did
In
not
Palestine.
live in Palestine.
We're not saying that.
So that means he must have moved out to different countries.
We agree.
Yes. But
Which
where
countries?
was Jesus born across?
Which countries?
Where was Jesus born? Huh?
Which countries?
These countries.
Remember, you have to
I'll tell
prove.
you which
You don't.
countries.
No. Look, Muhammad. You don't have to prove that Isa alayhi salam traveled.
No,
That's
no.
not the question.
Okay.
The question is, prove that he traveled to a specific destination.
I'm telling you. Because Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
he was supposed to go to the lost tribe of Israel. These lost tribes are in the other lands such as Baghdad, Iraq, Iran, towards Afghanistan.
Then read to Quran.
Then
Wait.
Kashmir.
Yeah.
Kashmir was the people that used to live there. You know what they used to call themselves? The lost tribe of Israel.
No, they didn't.
They used to call themselves the lost tribe of Israel.
What are their names?
Exactly.
Well, what are the names of the lost tribes?
The lost tribes. The names, they had names, but we don't have to look at the Bible.
Why would you use the Bible if Muslims claim that's a corrupted book?
Bro, just...
That's a different conversation. We haven't.
Oh, sorry.
That's right.
Do you want to keep talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. We can talk later. It's not a
Or
problem.
you can look at the Quran as well. Maybe.
No, the Quran doesn't mention the.
But he went to the lost tribe, so what that means is...
You have to substantiate that.
I think to myself, I mean, what I believe is, because he went to the lost tribes, and there was only 10 that were remaining, so that
No, there was 2. There was 2 that remained.
2 that he fulfilled it to 2 in Palestine or...
The other 10 were wiped out.
The other 10, no.
They were wiped out.
They were still there.
No, they weren't. There is no evidence.
That was
First
the
of all,
reason.
there is no evidence of the existence of any Jews
So that's another,
in the first century in India.
You told me to, you gave me a question, I answered you.
Yes, I know, but I'm refuting
So
that.
these are the answers, okay?
Okay,
So,
and the last one is the 120 years.
120 years.
Yeah, that he died 120 years.
This is obviously because it's written by Mirza Ghulam Ahmad.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Because it's written one of the books.
The liar,
That's why
what
it
liar
is
said
accepted.
to you, you believe
Okay,
that.
fair enough.
That's the
No,
That's
problem.
I
why
appreciate
it's
the honesty.
accepted.
No, but I like the honesty. The fact that the 120 years is simply because Mirza Ghulam said so.
Yeah.
Fine, I don't mind that. Okay. So here's the thing. I already said to you, with those 2 verses, it doesn't help. The 2 verses that you quoted from the Bible, you have to understand. If you accept the verse, you have to accept the narrative and the context of that verse. And the context of that is that Jesus already died on the cross. It's when he was resurrected that he went to see his mother and he saw the disciples in.
What they mean is that resurrection basically...
No, don't interpret for the Christians.
After the cross.
Yes,
But
after the cross, but he died on the
But
cross.
it's actually referring to Jesus being saved from the cross.
No.
And coming down the cross.
No.
And still
That
having
is-
life after the cross.
No, life after the cross, but he died. The narrative is that
Yeah, I
he
know, but
died
they're wrong.
on.
They're wrong regarding
No,
this.
but the thing is, if you are going to accept a text, you have to accept the context.
No, we
This is
only
what
accept-
this is what we do. When we
accept the
no.
truthful parts.
Yes, but the truthful parts have to are based on
That's
context.
for you, bro. For us,
No,
we have to
it's based
accept
on
the truthful
context.
parts.
It's based on when we accept things.
that's your opinion,
No,
man.
no, it's just that's how it is.
That's your opinion.
No, it's not our opinion. This is how exegesis works. Look, Mohammed, let me finish. Let me finish. I'll let you explain your stuff, right? Here's the issue, all right? When we accept,
Okay, let me give you another...
wait, I'll respond to the hadith, okay? But let me say,
Use Isa ibn Maryam. Don't use Jews, that's Jesus, because the person who was put on the cross, that they believe he was a Jesus, but we believe Hazrat Masih Isa ibn Maryam. We don't believe anybody else. You know, so when you ever talk to a Muslim, talk about only Masih Isa ibn Maryam, which is in the Quran, which is you believe died, we don't believe died. That's what it is.
Yeah, anyway.
Anyway, Jesus, don't use the word Jesus.
so look,
That's
listen.
a Christian word.
Here's the thing.
Okay?
Here's the thing.
That's-
The narrative. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. The narrative that you're taking this from, right? First and foremost, like I said, the narrative of the healing, all right, of his wounds or the ointment is post-resurrection, which means the death already occurred. That's not your claim. That's not your aqidah.
So you're saying Jesus did die?
No.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that the evidence that you're using to substantiate your aqidah
yeah.
doesn't support it.
What does this support then?
It supports the Christians.
It's supposed to Christian.
It supports the Christians. If you're using it, if you're using those verses, that the resurrection actually happened, that the crucifixion happened, that he died on the cross. Because if you're quoting,
saying he died on the
you are by quoting these texts as the reliable parts of the New Testament, then you are lending support to their claim that Jesus did die on the cross and that he was resurrected. Because the narrative,
you're saying this,
no,
you're saying
no, you are saying this
How?
because your narrative that you're
I'm
taking.
telling you Jesus not died on the cross and you're telling me that.
No, you
I'm
are
saying that
because
he did.
when you're using the text. Listen, try and listen. The text that you're using, you are claiming it to be authentic and authoritative as part of the preserved portions of the Bible.
Okay, no, let
That's
me
what
ask
you're
you-
using,
okay, let me
right?
ask you
Is
a
that
question.
correct?
No, let me ask you a
Is
question.
that correct? Is that what you said?
Part of it and leave the other part, though. Do you know what I mean?
No, so no. Because he's saying like on the criteria that we believe in some parts of it.
but that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but what I'm saying to him is that he's taking this specific part as authoritative. But the part that he's taken as authoritative lends support to the Christian belief, which is why you are indirectly, actually, instead of breaking the cross, as Mirza Ghulam claimed to be doing, you're actually lending support to the cross.
How?
Okay? Because you are verifying their belief by quoting that text.
I'm telling you that Jesus did not
Muhammad,
die on the cross.
I know what you're saying, but the evidence that you're using is saying the contrary, right? So that's what I'm saying to you. The second part is the hadith. I accept the hadith because that is the tafsir of chapter 23 verse 50. The part that you couldn't provide evidence for was the fact that he traveled to Kashmir. Now when you were talking about the other 10 tribes being spread out into India, there is no evidence for it whatsoever in history.
Okay, what about when the Quran, when it says, Jesus, I will give you a refuge place in the spring waters
Yeah, it's within those lands.
lush
It's within
ground.
those lands.
So can you give me an example of lush ground, a land which is lush, which is full of spring water?
There are parts of Syria that are like. There are parts of Syria that are like that. There are parts of Palestine that are like that. Okay, it's not within a rabwa. Does not. No. Because you're using chapter 23 verse 50. Right, and the hadith that you quoted is used in the tafsir of chapter 23 verse 50. So you have to address a rabwa. A rabwa does not include the land of India. It doesn't include.
We say it doesn't.
Okay, so then it cannot. No, so then you can't say.
Okay, no.
Then you can't use that as an evidence.
Okay, look. If Jesus, you're saying he went from one country to another, okay? Was this before the cross or after the cross?
He was never put on the cross.
Okay, when was this then? Was it before he was risen up or after he was risen
Obviously before. Because how's he going to travel to other lands if he's been risen up? Come on.
So Jesus...
It's basic sequence of events.
So then he came all the way back to Jerusalem.
Yeah, so? First and foremost, there is no ayah that says which country the, what do you call it? The house was when he was raised up. It just simply says where he was. He was with his disciples, right? So this is why the Mufassirin infer that he was most likely Palestine, because that's where he was preaching, right? The main point is that you have no evidence to support the claim that he went to Kashmir. Not from the Quran, not from the ahadith. You quoted the hadith, I'll let you quote it, and it lends support to us. You don't have any other Quran verse apart from chapter 23 verse 50.
Okay, but what is...
Which doesn't support your defeat. And you don't have anything from history.
If Quran says it once, that's enough.
Agreed, but except that one verse doesn't say what you're saying.
Why?
It doesn't lend any indication to lands outside Asham.
Okay, does it mean that it is the land of Israel?
Yeah.
So Israel is a land full of spring water.
Have you seen it?
No, that's what you're claiming.
Have you not seen Palestine? Palestine has got those lands, right? Parts of it has got those valleys and wells and, it's got these stuff, right?
So he took refuge. So Jesus took refuge.
He was traveling in order to where he wouldn't be persecuted. Khalas.
He came all the way back.
No, see, subhanallah. I'm going to go back on something. Right? Do you see how much you want to question us on our details? But when we come to question you on your details, no. Death of Isa. I just need to show death of Isa. No, but I want to draw your attention to this, right? Because now I'm asking you about your details, which in fairness, you're addressing. But I want you to understand that the details are important. So when the Muslims ask you for the details of your Aqidah and the evidence for the details of your Aqidah, it only makes sense. I want this to get into your head.
I can say the same to you.
I agree. This is why we give the details. We say that Barra fa'awallahu ilayh is referring to his raising. We have the authentic hadith of Ibn Abbas where he says he was raised up through the roof. The mannerisms of how. Wow.
Jesus went up alive.
Nah.
Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take Jesus up alive and not Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? If Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Rahmatul Alameen, he is the best of all prophets.
Yeah.
He is
First of all, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was taken up alive.
He was taken up alive.
He was taken up alive.
And he's still alive.
No, when was he taken? So you don't answer. Yeah. You don't ask the question. When was he taken up alive?
So Jesus is still alive.
No, when was look, the death of a prophet does not diminish his status. Rasul ﷺ was given the choice, like all the other prophets, and he chose to die. Okay? Isa alayhi salam was not given that choice
What's Jesus
because it
doing
wasn't his time.
What is Jesus doing in heaven now?
Asleep.
He's asleep in
He's
heaven.
asleep. So the tawaffa, and this is why we say, this is why we say taqdeem wa ta'khir.
Jesus is not Isa ibn Maryam alayhi salam.
Yeah.
You know, they don't
Look,
understand.
taqdeem wa ta'khir.
Mirza Qadiani is a
Yeah,
Jesus.
no, no.
Yeah. That's
But
what
look,
they're
look, listen.
Yeah, that's
Look,
that is
inni mutawaffika wa raf'u.
Prove
Look,
to me,
chapter
no,
3 verse
no.
5. I'm listening. Look, I'm
Prove
explaining,
to
giving to
me,
you.
where does it say in the Quran when he had this that a man can go to heaven and be asleep with the body full?
Okay, no problem. Chapter 3 verse 55. Alright? Inni mutawaffika wa rafi'uka ilayya.
So this verse now you're claiming it means
No, this
Jesus
because Allah is saying
is sleeping
no. You
in
said,
heaven.
Sean, give me a verse where it shows that Allah can do this. Allah is saying it Himself that He's going to do this, right? And the thing is, the word being used is in mudari', right? Which means it's happening later, okay? And this is why I even said to Razi. Razi will never be able to produce an ayah where the madi is being used, with refers to tuwaffa or khalat. Al-wafa wal khala, it will never. He can't use it. He tried it. He said chapter 5 verse 117. I was like, that happens in the future because it's mentioning on the day of judgment. We already agree he's going to be dead at that time, so it doesn't work for you. Chapter 5 verse 75 he tried to use. I said this is qad khalat min qablihi ar-rusul. It's referring to the other messengers that passed before him.
Okay, so why
Right.
why does it not say except Jesus?
The exception is there.
Where?
Okay?
Where?
So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is already saying بَرْ رَفَعَ اللَّهُ إِلَيْهِ, the exception is there that he's not here
Where?
anymore.
Show me where one of the scholars that have said yes,
Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, right, in Jawab al-Sahih. If you watched my debate with Razi, you know I brought this up already, okay? Jawab al-Sahih, Ibn Taymiyyah mentions very clearly that tawaffa is of 3 types. Yeah? توفى النوم, توفى الموت, وتوفى الروح والبدن. Those are the 3. Okay? And he even goes on to say within the same passage, yeah, that there is an exception with Isa alayhi salam because when he was raised, the aspect of hunger, going to the toilet, and the aspect of sleep, this all changes for him. Right, because he's in a constant state of sleep.
so
all right, and he mentions, and Ibn Taymiyyah also mentions, as well as
saying there's nowhere in the Quran that says except Jesus, but a scholar named Hazrat
Ibn Taymiyyah. No. Ibn Taymiyyah is commenting on the Quran.
So he's the only scholar?
No, you can go to any. Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, As-Suyuti, Az-Zamakhshari, if anything, right? This is what he says about chapter 33 verse 40. Because you guys always say to us, oh, you believe in another prophet after Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No. So Zamakhshari actually answers this point very beautifully. And he says this. He says, how can we believe that Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Khatam al-Nabiyyin when Isa alayhi salam is going to return? He asks that question. And he says, and this is what I say. Because Isa alayhi salam bu'ith. He was sent before Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So when he comes again, he is not going to be a prophet after Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam because he is a prophet before Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's just coming back. This is what Zamakhshari says. But Zamakhshari also states about the exception, right? I provide the ijma' and I show from Ibn Asakir, Ibn Athir, and multiple scholars, Al-Bayhaqi, right? So I provide so many evidences. We have a plethora of sources to prove our position. And we have a plethora of evidences that show that Mirza Ghulam's aqidah has no grounds to stand on. So if your aqidah cannot be held upon, then why do you follow him? That is the question. This is why we ask you. It's not an attack on your aqidah. We're asking you to question the aqidah, to understand your aqidah in the same way that we do, so that you are guided.
To be honest,
No.
it does not make sense for any human to go up alive.
Because do you know why? Do you know why you believe this?
When Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was never taken up
He was taken up alive. He
because-
was taken up alive.
Yeah,
taken up alive,
Yeah, they
and
don't
he's
believe
still
that.
alive.
Yeah,
But other human beings,
yeah.
And Jesus is
The-
up alive.
It doesn't matter.
And Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is
It doesn't matter.
dead.
It doesn't matter.
That doesn't make sense.
Why doesn't it make sense?
Because Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is Rahmatul Alameen. He's the best of all prophets.
Yes,
He's
so?
the one that we love.
So,
No?
so.
Aziz Mirza Ghulam Ahmad was
What is it? The thing is, Subhanallah, Subhanallah.
I am the
Abu
servant of
Bakr.
Muhammad Sallallahu
The thing
Alaihi
is, you guys quote the hadith, the author of Abu Bakr when Rasulullah died, and yet you don't believe in
He
it.
said my Pagambar is Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
What does Maqambar mean?
My
I'm not.
messenger is Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
Who? Mirza Ghulam.
Muhammad, yes.
Well, okay.
No.
So no, even if
He also he also said pray.
even if I accept
He also
that.
said pray for the
So-
Sunnis
so-
because they also accept my messenger.
No,
Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi
okay, no, we don't. Okay, because what he says about
Wasallam. No,
Rasulullah
you accept Muhammad
is
Sallallahu Alaihi
disgusting.
Wasallam. You accept Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, don't you?
Yes, we do. But what Mirza Ghulam says about Rasulullah is disgusting. Okay. The thing is, yeah.
Very insulting.
The thing is, a Nabi can't say that he has a Nabi. It's impossible.
No, as in he's my messenger.
Well, no.
Like Jesus as Jesus said, I am
See,
the
you
messenger
they can't
of
mention Isa
I
ibn
am next
Maryam.
coming
See
like
that?
of Moses.
can't-
Yeah, but he said I'm a prophet after Musa.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
He's not
no,
saying.
no.
He didn't say
He said
Musa
he's-
was my Messiah, was my Nabi.
He said yes. He said
He didn't-
such words.
no, he didn't say
said
that.
he is
He
my,
did not say that. Predecessor.
No, predecessor. Yes,
Predecessor doesn't mean the same as
he
what
must
Mirza
have said
Ghulam is
also-
saying. That
No, but
it's completely different.
no,
It is.
basically what it means is.
Bro, now
what-
this is
what
just
it
basic
means-
English language.
No, it's-
Predecessor means
Basically
someone
what-
that came before, not that he is.
Yes, but he's taken over. But what that means is, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam, I'm saying that I am the slave of Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
No, he's a bloody liar.
Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is my messenger.
No.
Everything
no.
that I say comes from him.
Oh.
No.
Oh, okay. Did okay? No, that's fine.
He's
That's fine.
messenger.
Did the Rasul mention about Isa alayhi being put on the cross? Did Isa alayhi be mentioned about Isa going to Kashmir? Did Muhammad alayhi mention about Isa
Servant
alayhi?
of him.
No, but you just said that Mirza Ghulam said that everything I say, Muhammad alayhi said, right? Incorrect. He's lying on Rasul alayhi and this is why it's disgusting because Isa Rasul alayhi never ever advocated the idea that Isa alayhi was put to the humiliation of the cross.
Never.
That ran away to Kashmir, that a prophet ran away to Kashmir, and that he died at the age of 120. And the thing is,
So how old was he when he died?
Isa alayhi salam didn't die.
Or what
Isa
old
alayhi
was he
salam-
when he was not alive?
33, according to the majority opinion.
Yeah. No. Allah told in the Quran, Allah one day is equal to the 1,000 year. of Islam.
Yeah, but the thing, no, but the thing is, it's like, look, with regards to the age of Isa alayhi salam, the age of Isa, hold on, the age, because he has to return. He has to return. The thing is, there is a hadith, I can't remember the reference, but there is a hadith that speaks about the khuruj of Isa, that Isa is going to return, right? The word return is being used, okay? But predominantly it's nuzul.
Nuzul, yeah.
So Bukhari, oh, it's all over, Suyuti authored a book with all the hadith that mention about the nuzul of Isa alayhi salam fi akhir zaman. And I recommended this to Razi. I don't think he's...
Who should we follow?
What? When?
So imagine, right? I'm a Muslim. or
No,
I'm
forget
not
about Khalifa,
I
look,
want to follow someone. I want to understand the real teaching of Islam. Who should I follow?
the ulama. If you want to gain knowledge,
Which ulama? The ulama, which ulama?
for Ahlul Sunnah.
No, but I want to understand. I want to read. I want to understand the
Yeah, you go to the
Islam.
scholars.
You go to the scholar. Which
You go to the
scholar?
scholars
Which
for
scholar?
the ones that are reputable.
So which sect should I follow?
There's no
I'm a
sect.
Sunni.
Look.
I'm a Sunni. What sect should I
No. As a layman, don't concern yourself
No,
with this.
no, I wanna
No,
know.
when a person is a layman, they don't concern themselves with this. They just work
just
on.
follow whatever.
No, they work on gaining knowledge. All right, in order to because the responsibility is with the scholars. The responsibility is with the scholars. If they
what
lead
the
you
scholars
as
are fighting?
what?
What if all the scholars are fighting?
They're not though, are they?
They are.
No, they're not.
They don't accept
have,
what our scholars are
no,
saying.
they have disagreements. There's difference of opinion. This is not fighting.
But okay, they have different opinions.
So what?
So which opinion is correct?
They look. You as a layman, when it comes to fiqh, okay, you can choose an opinion, right? You're not bound to choose a specific opinion. Okay. You can listen to two scholars, and you can go with either one. Yeah. Yeah, the Aqidah is one. None of the scholars disagree with the Aqidah.
Yes.
Every single.
They all have
We asked this.
different
La
aqidas.
la la la.
No. This
They all
Mirza
believe
said.
different.
They Mirza
No.
said that. No,
No.
Muslim
No.
have no different
Yeah.
aqidah. One Allah
But anyway,
subhanahu
look.
wa ta'ala, one Quran,
Listen.
one Rasulullah.
Okay,
Listen, Muhammad.
Is Allah
Let-
everywhere?
I'm gonna try to.
Is Allah everywhere?
Allah over there.
Just
over there. Not like Mirza
No.
saying he's my boss.
No.
No. Allah over there. Always there. Ask anybody.
Look, Muhammad, I'm gonna end it here. The last point I want to bring to you, right? Because every time I speak to you, you talk about how could Allah do this, how could Allah do that. I want you to remember. I want you to remember something, right? The idea of Isa alayhi salam swooning is an atheistic position. It cannot come from a prophet, because the theory on of itself was born of atheism.
I can say the same thing. I can say that a human being cannot go up alive.
Atheistic position. It's an atheistic position.
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam went there
If it's
and
not
came
nature of
back.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if
Yeah.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says all soul is going to suffer death, if it's clearly saying this in the Quran, then how can we say, oh yes, Jesus went up alive? Jesus is coming back.
Because the Quran doesn't say that Isa alayhi salam is ever living, does it? Does the Quran say that Isa alayhi salam is going to live forever? No. Does any hadith say that Isa alayhi salam is going to live forever? No.
But nowhere
The
does it
thing is,
say that
the reason you guys say that this is a shirky belief, the reason why you say it's a shirky belief is because you strawman us. You make it look like that we believe that Isa alayhi salam is ever living, which has never been our claim. In Sunan Abi Dawood 4324, it's very clear that Isa alayhi salam would descend and he would die at the age of 40.
He's got married, he got children, he
Yeah.
got buried in a
I don't know about children, but he will get married.
Yeah.
It says he will get married, but it doesn't mention about children. But and he will die at the age of 40, and the Muslims will bury him and pray on him.
So Jesus, when he comes back, he will marry.
He'll get married.
Yeah,
He will get married.
Yeah. And oh my
He
God,
never
what a
married
lucky
before.
woman she will be.
yeah, he never before.
Well, imagine that woman. She'll be hearing about Isa alayhi salam, and then one day she'll marry him. Subhanallah. Yeah.
No, I was in Makkah, I was in Medina. The guy told me that he was preparing his daughter when Jesus, Hazrat Isa ibn Maryam alayhi salam come, I got my daughter marry him. Yeah, I tell you, this is a true story.
I've heard of that.
Yeah,
I've heard of
really,
that.
Yeah, people said that.
I've heard that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Well, subhanallah.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
mashallah. You see, people are, actually their aqidah is only what they believe.
They believe-
What Mirza Qadiani said as Shaitani Khazai. This is what they believe. They don't believe anything else. I was a Qadiani myself, and I read myself or everything. It's not, I go to Sunni or I go to this guy or to this guy. I pick up the book, the tafsir, a translation, read myself, become a Muslim. Here I'm standing. If they say it's sect, there's no sect.
But anyway.
look,
No, that's the question.
Look, here's the thing. Look, Muhammad, I just want to finish the conversation,
Yeah,
inshallah.
yeah.
But ask him afterwards. But look, listen. All I'm going to ask is,
Islam only, no Sunni.
What do you mean Sunni? Every person who follow Quran and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is following the Sunnah. If somebody call him himself a Sunni, he's Sunni. Otherwise, I'm a Muslim.
like me,
Sunni
look,
Muslim. Yeah.
listen, Muhammad,
I'm Muslim.
me myself,
I'm Muslim.
Muhammad,
Yes, Sunni Muslim.
Muhammad,
Yeah.
Muhammad,
Okay, Sunni
Muhammad,
Muslim.
me myself, right? Look, me myself. At first,
That's what I say.
when I first started learning about the Deen and everything, I just referred to myself as a Muslim. I didn't even refer to myself as a Sunni. I had no idea of the concept,
Yeah.
So
right?
why
Because
do
I was learning, right?
refer
And
to
then
yourself now to be a
now I don't just say I'm a Sunni. I'm saying I'm a Sunni. I'm a Salafi. I'm an Athari. I go to various levels now because now I have understanding and knowledge of that. So now I've picked my position.
You know, Brelvi,
No,
Diobandi,
no. Okay.
Selfie.
Yes. But I'm the Athari. Wahhabi is just a derogatory term that people
you
use.
use that.
And I'm an Athari. Someone, why do I call myself an Athari? Where does the word, where does the term Athari come from? It comes from the term Athar. What is the Athar? It's the qawl of the Sahaba. So I am saying I am a Salafi who is following, and why do I call myself a Salafi? Is because I follow the righteous predecessors. And who are the righteous predecessors? The Sahaba who we get the Athar from. So it only follows.
That lived thousands of years ago.
Yes. This is why our evidence goes back to the best of best of generations, the best of men, and the best of women. Okay, in Islam.
So what about the later days? Like in today's days, who should we follow?
No. Later,
I already said to
nobody
you.
knows later.
Go and learn from the scholars. Yeah. This place
yourself.
here, this is not the place to learn. Right? We can give you some sort of understanding, a measure of knowledge. But if you want to get true knowledge, go and study with us as a scholar. We have Sheikh Muhammad here, we have Sheikh Ibn Hazm. Alhamdulillah, we have the shuyukh that come here. Go and ask them. Ask them these questions. Get them to break it down. You've already praised Sheikh Ibn Hazm for his ability to break down things and to teach. Ask him these questions. At the end of the day, when we come here to give da'wah to you for your guidance. You know? Like, and this is all we want for you. This is not to come to belittle you. It's not even to belittle Mirza Ghulam, right? It's to seek guidance for you, Habibi, okay? So I want you, look, go away, think about the things that we said about today. Think about what was said on the stream last night. Ask the questions, right? It's not like I'm just an online personality. You know, you meet me face to face. Okay, you meet the other brothers that we see on YouTube face to face. You, alhamdulillah, you have access to the people at any time. A lot of other brothers don't have access. They have to wait till they email us until we get back to them. You don't. You have the added luxury. Use it, and may Allah guide you and guide us all.
That's it.
Okay,
That's the only
Habibi.
Sorry.
All right, okay.
Don't die Qadiani. Remember that.
Yeah, please
Die
don't.
Muslim.
Please don't.
Yeah.
So, alhamdulillah, we just had a very good discussion with one of the resident Qadianis off the corner. And alhamdulillah, he's been taking our da'wah more seriously and he's been tuning into the live streams that we've been doing. And today I wanted to sort of see the response based on our stream, our most recent stream, where we questioned the Qadianis on the details of their Aqidah. And inshallah, this should be the approach of the Muslims. The first and foremost thing that we want to do is establish the prophethood of Mirza Ghulam and prove the falsities of it. But we know, and we have enough experience to know that the Qadianis do not want to go down that route, and they will try to push you towards the subject of the death of Isa alayhi salam. So we say, Tayyib, no problem. But now let's discuss it from your perspective. You want to talk about this Aqidah? No problem. Ask these questions. Where is the evidence that Isa alayhi salam swooned? Where is the evidence that he traveled to Kashmir? And where is the evidence that he died there at 120? And for those brothers and sisters who have seen our streams, they've seen the level of struggle and the impossible task that the Qadianis are faced with when it comes to this. Well, alhamdulillah, we've seen, and we see that, alhamdulillah, the da'wah is starting to have some sort of effect, and they are now coming out and admitting that there is no evidence other than what Mirza Ghulam has said. Yeah. So, inshallah, that was a good discussion. Please, you know, as much as we have our heated discussions with them, we should be lenient with the laymen as they are only being taught what these tactical missionaries are teaching them. So be patient with them, inshallah. وَقُلْ قَوْلِ هَذَا وَالسَّلَامُ عَلَيْكُمْ وَرَحْمَةُ اللَّهِ وَبَرَكَاتُهُ. بارك الله فيكم.
I can't be